Wikipedia defines a hero as a person or main character of a literary work who, in the face of danger, combats adversity through impressive feats of ingenuity, bravery, or strength, often sacrificing his or her own personal concerns for some greater good. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines a hero as, quote, a person who is admired for great or brave acts or fine qualities. So often in our society, when you ask someone who their heroes are, they may name a superhero, a service member, or even a parent. Perhaps the most common answer is the name of their favorite athlete. Most of this time, they deem this athlete a hero simply because of his or her athletic skills and not always for what they do outside of the game. While athletic skill may be what first comes to mind, it is what an athlete does off of the field, within the community, that should also factor into truly calling them a hero. It is a very special athlete who is a role model, who gives back to others, who gives back to the community, and someone who truly is a hero in life. The number of athletes who fall into the category of being a hero in life is almost overwhelming. As a result, each person in our group selected one athlete to spotlight for their acts of heroism off of the field. Southern University's Devin Gales and the University of Georgia, Florida State's Travis Rudolph, professional basketball player Dikembe Mutombo, and the New York Yankees' Derek Jeter. Devin Gales was a wide receiver for Southern University. He was injured while playing the University of Georgia on September 26, 2015. On a kickoff return, Gales collided with Marshall Morgan, UGA's kicker. Gales suffered from a spinal injury which resulted in paralysis. Since the time of his injury, the University of Georgia has shown Gales and his family unending support, not only physically and emotionally, but also financially. The football team, coaching staff, university, and entire UGA community has rallied behind Gales and has encouraged him both and his family as they push through this injury. They embraced him and made him forever a part of the UGA family. Shortly after his release from the hospital, the UGA community, David Pollock, and the Tragedy Over Triumph Foundation showed their support for Devin during a press conference, where he and the Triumph Over Tragedy Foundation announced that they would be building Devin and his family a new home that was completely wheelchair accessible. Devin's story is not only a representation of a football team and university going beyond what is expected and using their fame and resources to better impact an athlete that was injured at their school, but it is also a story of great triumph on Devin Gales' part. He has used this injury and the adversity he has faced to positively affect other people. He has not played the victim card, although he very well could have due to the severity of his injuries. Instead, he chose to fight through this trial and struggle that was placed before him and use his faith to encourage him along the way. The way he fought and kept such a good attitude through this difficult season, and still now, is a great example for so many people, no matter their age. There are many athletes who have taken their role as a famous athlete and used it to impact others through kind and selfless acts. One example of this is Florida State's football player Travis Rudolph. Recently, Travis and a few teammates went to a middle school in Tallahassee, Florida to visit the students in the local area. Travis noticed a boy, Bo, sitting alone, and he sat and ate pizza with him. At the time, Travis did not know that Bo was autistic and a huge Florida State fan. While they ate, one of the teachers took a picture and sent it to Bo's mother. The emotional impact Travis's simple act had on Bo's mother was unbelievable. Her post quickly went viral. Several times lately I've tried to remember my time in middle school. Did I like all of my teachers? Do I even remember them? Did I have many friends? Did I sit with anyone at lunch? Just how mean were kids really? I remember one kid on the bus called me, quote, Tammy Faye Baker, because I started awkwardly wearing eyeliner in the 6th grade. I remember being tough and calling him a silly name back, but when he couldn't see me anymore, I cried. I do remember middle school being scary and hard. Now that I have a child starting middle school, I have feelings of anxiety for him, and they can be overwhelming if I let them. Sometimes I'm grateful for his autism. That may sound like a terrible thing to say, but in some ways I hope, it shields him. He doesn't seem to notice when people stare at him when he flaps his hands. He doesn't seem to notice that he doesn't get invited to birthday parties anymore, and he doesn't seem to mind if he eats lunch alone. It's one of my daily questions for him. Was there a time today you felt sad? Who did you eat lunch with today? Sometimes the answer is a classmate, but most days it's nobody. Those are the days I feel sad for him, but he doesn't seem to mind. He's a super sweet child who always has a smile and a hug for everyone he meets. A friend of mine sent this beautiful picture to me today, and when I saw it with the caption, "Travis Rudolph is eating lunch with your son," I replied, "Who is that?" He said, "FSU football player." Then I had tears streaming down my face. Travis Rudolph, a wide receiver at Florida State, and several other FSU players visited my son's school today. I'm not sure what exactly made this incredibly kind man share a lunch table with my son, but I'm happy to say it will not be soon forgotten. This is one day I didn't have to worry if my sweet boy ate lunch alone, because he sat across from someone who is a hero in many eyes. Travis Rudolph, thank you so much. You made this mama exceedingly happy and have made us all fans for life. When the coaches and administration at FSU learned about Bo's mother's post and Travis's act of kindness, they provided tickets for Bo and his family to come to a game. The school also gave Bo all sorts of Florida State apparel, and they even had a custom jersey made for him with his name on it. Travis made an impact on Bo, his family, and the community in a way that they will most likely never forget. This is an extreme example where a famous athlete, who is looked up to by a lot of younger kids, has used his fame to do good in his community and influence those around him in a positive manner. While professional athletes and organizations are known for their contributions to their communities, there are several that stand out more than others. One of these professional athletes is NBA star Dikembe Mutombo. Born in Zaire, he was the son of a school principal raised in a middle-class, church-going family. He won a spot on the Zaire national team and later was given a scholarship to play basketball at Georgetown University with the help of U.S. Embassy official Herman Henning. Being miles away from his home and family, unable to speak English, and after finding out his favorite brother back in Zaire was diagnosed with fatal brain cancer, Dikembe stayed focused and he persevered. He studied English 6 hours a day with a tutor, went to his classes, and played basketball. For moral support, he would call another brother who went to Indiana to play basketball because he could not afford to call home to Zaire. He majored in political science and interned with a U.S. congressman and a computer programming firm to prepare himself for a career in public service. After encouragement from his college coach, John Thompson, and Bill Russell, he decided to give it a try. Chosen in the first round by the Denver Nuggets, Mutombo began his basketball career with his parents by his side. Giving back has always been a trademark of Mutombo since he entered the NBA in 1991. During his years as a professional player, he achieved major celebrity status in the Western states as well as in all parts of Africa. His $13.7 million contract made life easier for him and for his whole family. In an interview with the Rocky Mountain News, Dikembe stated, "In Africa now, they start to understand the amount of money paid. I have become very, very smart about this. But the money helps your friends and your family. I am not trying to become Americanized, because in American society, when you succeed for yourself. But in African society, you succeed for your family. People helped me when I grew up. I cannot stop helping people now." Here are just a few of the ways he has helped people. New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter was a very active athlete. Having won 4 World Series championships in 6 years, Jeter still had time to give back to his community. In 1996, he started Turn 2 Foundation to help youth avoid drug and alcohol addiction and to reward those who show high academic achievement. By implementing Turn 2, Derek has helped fund safe havens for many at-risk youths. Currently, Turn 2 is funding programs in Kalamazoo, Michigan, New York City, and just recently, Tampa, Florida. Some of Turn 2's programs include Jeter's Leaders, for youth in Kalamazoo, Michigan in 9th through 12th grades. This program teaches students the importance of academic achievements, extracurricular activities, and community service. Jeter's Leaders delivers a positive message in regards to the importance of staying in school and leading alcohol and drug-free lifestyles. In September 2000, Turn 2 developed an after-school program at the Jackie Robinson Center in Central Harlem, New York. Along with the City of New York Parks and Recreation Department, Turn 2 has created a safe haven for over 100 children ages 6 through 12. Youth participate in cultural arts, physical fitness, and educational enrichment programs each weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. Some of the activities include computer lab, visual arts, drama, dance, creative writing, sports, field trips, and theme-based learning. For the past 4 years, through Turn 2 baseball clinics, New York City's youth have learned the fundamentals of baseball along with building leadership and teamwork skills. This 6-week program is administered by City of New York Parks and Rec. In 2001, Turn 2 baseball clinics held weekly contests in each of the 5 boroughs. Contests included hitting, running, throwing, and best sportsmanship. A citywide contest for each of the winners from the 5 boroughs was held at Kid Fest 2001. Every participant at the baseball clinics were rewarded with a field trip to Yankee Stadium. Turn to Us Healthy Lifestyles program, in partnership with Children's Hospital of New York and Public School 128 in Washington Heights, New York, promotes healthy lifestyles, education, and treatment that take a holistic approach to prevention. The program will teach children and parents how to maintain healthy and productive lifestyles. The Healthy Lifestyles program will also give individuals knowledge to help them build and reinforce their inner strengths. Participating individuals will be taught how to maintain a healthy and productive lifestyle throughout their lives. In 2012, Jeter received an honorary doctorate from Siena College, honoring him for his foundation's work. Southern University's Devin Gales and the University of Georgia. Travis Rudolph of Florida State University. Dikembe Mutombo and Derek Jeter. All of these athletes exemplify the meaning of the word hero through their kind, generous, selfless acts. And they are all true heroes in sports and in life.